Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of the Masochist. Shout out to both Cimo and Hossman for inventing the series, but first, would you like to make your Master Duel experience a whole lot better?
Are you ready to take your Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel Play experience to a new level? The Untapped GG Companion is here for you. Use the deck tracker to know exactly what cards you have in your deck, and to go over any cards you aren't familiar with yet by hovering over them. It instantly updates when you draw a card, and automatically hides if you check your extra deck or graveyard. This is the perfect tool to help you master a new deck. The Untapped GG Companion also lets you import decks directly into the game in seconds. Copy any YDK or YDKE deck string, create a new deck in game, click the Start Auto Import button, and let us take the wheel. Once the duel is over, check your win rate on your personal stats page. Brag among your friends and share your decks so they can import them into the game too. Start your path to master today by downloading the Untapped GG Companion at ygom.untapped.gg.
Alright, so we're back. Tons of new changes. I built a few new decks, which is kind of cool. So I built a Chaos Pile. I built this is our best deck, right? So this is the best deck. I adjusted it slightly, and then we've got the Dragon Warrior deck, which I've adjusted. I've collected some fire support, so I have sort of organized everything. This is all the fire cards we have. We don't have nearly enough to make a deck yet. We have some really good fire cards like Graveyard, Cataclysm. We have the new card we just pulled. I don't know where it went. This thing, the Goka, and obviously the fire statues and the Prominence Hand. So we have fire. We have all that stuff. It's pretty good. Our machine support is looking better and better every single time. We have a decent amount of it. We got tuning wear. We've got Assault Synchron. We've got some really good stuff. We've got some really good traps. Like, this is kind of crazy. When you attack, or when your monsters attack, you can destroy face-up monsters your opponent controls up to the number of machine monsters you have, which is like really good. And then we have EMR. Like, we have some really good stuff for machines, but we don't have enough to like build a full deck. We have that. Fire's been cool. These are kind of all I've upgraded. Pendulum Pile, we have some stuff. Fire, I've showed you. Dragon Warrior, I've updated. They used to be like our main deck. This one's been really fun, actually. We have a Chaos Pile. I've been playing this in the solo mode just to like, just to practice it. It's been actually really fun. I actually might play a few games of this today. Just to, I might start with this today because, like I said, it was really fun. The only thing I might cut is the Dark Lords. They really weren't working out as well as I would like for them to have worked out. I was testing them, and they can be a little bit bricky. It's kind of hard to like cut stuff, but overall this deck was like really fun to play in the solo mode. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and give this a try. Lots of darks, lots of lights. Like I said, this is not our best deck. Our best deck is the regular deck, but I think I'm gonna give it a try kind of at the beginning here, just to play something new, just to have some fun. All right, I just realized at the end of the last episode, I actually forgot to open a legacy ticket, so we're just going to start right now by opening a legacy ticket. Yeah, I actually forgot it. I got so excited that I pulled a royal rare that I actually forgot to open this. We got Parasite, Tricky, and Level Lifter, which both we have and both we're not playing. So let's go get in the game. All right, so we just won the coin flip. This is not a bad hand, actually. And not a bad hand at all. We have Branded Regained, which is interesting, and I think we can go into a Time Thief Redoer right off the bat. Like I said, I just want to try to play something new. Chaos seemed like a fun deck to play, so why not? We're going to play Chaos for a little bit here. We actually have really cool setup here. We can go into Time Thief Redoer turn 1 with Tsuki Knight. Like, it's a pretty cool hand. Plus we have Regained, so I'm going to go ahead and activate Regained. It'd be nice if we scared our opponent away. We have to banish. What do we have to... we can't go into Time Thief Redoer because this locks us. That sucks, but... I'm going to summon this anyway, though. I'm going to activate. Probably banish. It doesn't matter what we really banish. Oh, I'll banish this one. Just because we can get it back. Summon that in defense. This locks us into Synchro monsters and stuff, which kind of sucks for us. Like I said, I want to try this deck, because it does seem like a fun deck, but as of right now, it's kind of, it's kind of iffy. Okay, we drew Good Witch, which isn't bad, and then we drew the Tsuki Knight. Like I said, we're locked into, unfortunately, Synchro monsters because of this. So I think I'm just going to set and pass here, and yes, sit on this. What is cool is that we have a light and a dark, and we have Branded Regain, so even if they out these, we can bring them back if we need to, and then we can go into Chaos Sorcerer. Again, this is probably not as good as our regular deck, because our regular deck can just go into Barrier Statue and then just traps to protect it. They have Raigeki, but I mean, again, that's not the end of the world. Raigeki's definitely not because we have and we get Branded Regained, which is kind of cool. Now what sucks is we can't draw into hand traps, but already this Branded Regained is kind of like putting in work here. He's going to Ash our Branded Regained. That's totally fine with me. I just realized that Totsuki Knight we actually can't activate because we have cards in our hands. So unfortunately, if he has something of use, he is playing Fluffle, so we're probably going to get OTK'd right now. Yeah, this is not great for us. Yeah, this is already looking not good. He's got the Edgem Scythe. Toy Vendor's an insane card. Alright, so our opponent's gonna just go to battle phase on a Fluffle Dog and a Fluffle Penguin, which is... I'm sure they could have done more. I'm sure they could have done more. So they're just gonna go on those two and then go to battle phase, which is a little bit underwhelming, if I do say so myself. And we only have one card in Banish, unfortunately. This banishes itself when it leaves the field. It kind of sucks. So we don't have a light and a dark. So right now we're not in a great. And now he's going main phase 2. He's going into an Exceed monster, I imagine. He's going to go into Steel Swarm Roach, mad random. Not a bad card, but we have the out in our hand, which is the Cosmo Good Witch. Yeah, this I'm not going to lie. Like, this deck is less good than the deck that we had before, but we literally have the out, so I can't really get mad. Curse. Okay, so we have too many lights right now. We actually need a dark engrave, but it's cool though. We have the out to the monster that he has. We're gonna activate, target his monster, and book it, and then we can attack over it. Unfortunately, we don't have a way to banish or special summon the. We don't have a way to banish or special summon the Chaos Sorcerer, so we can't get our free draws off of the Branded Regained. But Branded Regained already drew us essentially 2 cards, which is pretty cool. This card isn't usable right now for us. I don't know what else he's got in his hand. He's got Toy Vendor live every single turn, which you can discard, draw every single turn. Toy Vendor is actually not bad. Even if Toy Vendor would be good in our Chaos deck. Like I said, Chaos, I'm not super hopeful about the deck yet. I think generally it's a little bit underwhelming because we don't have a lot of discard cards right now. So we don't have a lot of ways to put things into the graveyard. I've tried to include as many as I could. So back to square one. Dark World Dealings. I have the Trickstar package in here so that I can get to stuff. Fires of Doomsday, the World Legacy Memory, so I can go into the big monster. I have obviously Chaos Daedalus, Light Pulsar. I have all the stuff that all the stuff that I need to be playing, but unfortunately I don't know if we have enough discard cards yet to really make it usable, and I don't think that this deck is good enough to beat like full archetype. So I think just it was fun testing it, but I don't think this is actually good enough right now. Our opponent's going to Fusion Summon. He's going to use 3 to make Fright for Wolf, and he has Fright for Tiger. I'm going to activate Branded Regained, but to shuffle back one of his cards, but again, I don't think that's gonna, it's not gonna do enough. Branded Regain is definitely a good card though, like there's no doubt about it. Obviously we lose this duel, but like yeah, I don't think this deck is quite ready yet, because I know a lot of people have been asking about the Chaos pile. I don't believe that this deck is ready yet. I think it's a deck that definitely is looking like it could be ready soon. Especially since we have a few cards. Let's go look at the deck. There's a few cards that are like almost good too. I have to show you guys. Like for example, like Noctovision is another card that I cut from here because it's like a card that could be good. The Dark Lord package could be good. The Vampire package could be good. We just have, there's a lot of cards that we have that are just at low quantities right now. So this is a deck that could be good going forward, but as of right now, it's a little bit underwhelming. So I think I'm gonna save it, but I think I'm gonna go back to my regular deck until we pull more stuff that's usable. All right, we just lost the coin flip. Our hand is looking not too shabby here. We have There Can Only Be One, Cubic Ascension, the Wandering card, the Trickstar Festival, Evil Swarm. It's not looking too bad at all. Our opponent's gonna Foolish Burial. This could literally mean anything. It could, I don't even know where to begin. What this could be. This could literally be any Yu-Gi-Oh deck from 2000. It's Drytron. Just fun. This is awesome. Yeah, he's gonna special some of the Drytrons, all that stuff. I don't know if we can out his 4000 attack Drytron. Like and that's if he heads in that direction. I don't think we have an out for that. We have Cubic Ascension, so we can redirect an attack to the Cubic monster. That's about it. We have There Can Only Be One, which would have been good if we went first, but we didn't. The Graveyard can generate tokens, I guess. Festival isn't the worst card ever, but it doesn't really help us either. Alright, our opponent's gonna make the Mubeta Fafnir, which is actually a generic rank 1, which is kind of cool because, yeah, it's a generic rank 1. That is 2000 attack. It's quite good. I'd play that if we pulled it. Alright, so our opponent is like fully comboing off here. Beatrice, Mubeta Fafnir. They are doing their thing. They have the super shiny Benton. They've got a lot going on. Ava's in the loop. I mean, this is I feel like I'm like week 1 of Master Duel here. This is like he's got that now, which to be fair doesn't really do much against our deck, but this looks like it's going to be fairly unbeatable for us right now. I don't think we're beating this deck, if I'm being honest with you. Our hand's not looking too shabby, and if we had gone first, we probably would have won. Like, none of this would have happened if we had gone first. But this is looking like a duel we're probably not going to win. All right, our opponent just searched the Herald of Ultimate. I'm not winning this duel. I don't care what I have in my hand. I'm not winning this duel. Alright. We just chose to go first, and our hand is not that great. But it's fine. We have Cubic Ascension, or Cubic Vijam, and then we have the Nemesis Elephant. We just pass here. That's all we've got. Hopefully they don't have anything too crazy. They have the Danger Mate, which is cool. I'd like that Danger Mate. I don't remember if you unlock this in the story mode or where you got this, but it's a cool mate. We'll see what he banishes off the top. Alright, he's going to activate, reveal 5. He's playing Evil Eye, which is a very tough deck to beat for our deck, because when he gets the Selene with the equip spells, and it just keeps gaining 500, it's going to be a problem for us. But we do have back to square one, but I think it can't be targeted either. We'll see. We do have a few outs, so we have like Hyper Hammerhead, and we have the Cubic Seed, the Vijam. Alright, so our opponent's going to search the Evil Eye Unleashed, and then he's going to search the Equip Spell, and he's got already the Serziel. We actually have a lot of Evil Eye cards, like a lot of them. We have the token generating Evil Eye card. We don't have the main good ones, which is like this stuff, but we have a lot of Evil Eye cards. Alright, he's going to do that. So right now, his Evil Eye monster can't be destroyed by battle. It can't be, destroyed by battle, and it can't be targeted by card effect, which sucks. And he's going to gain 500 attack points, and so this is going to be kind of a tough card to out. I mean, literally, if we didn't have Hyper Hammerhead, we would have no way to out it, but like Hyper Hammerhead doesn't even really benefit our situation here, because like, yeah, we out it, but then he just like get it back, so it's not that big of a deal. So this dude prevents special summons, or not special summons, he prevents something else. He's going to rank up from that into Datus Machina. Okay, he's going to enter the battle phase. That's fine. We have Vijam, and it can't be destroyed by battle. I'm not going to negate this. It's whatever. I don't need to negate this. Yeah, because this destroys special summon monsters. We don't have any special summon monsters, so we're good. Right now we're in a stall phase, so this can be targeted, so I guess we can out that. Put that back in his extra deck. Discard this. Get rid of this. He can activate that to negate. That's fine. Yeah, he's gonna inflict 500 and then gain. I mean, the issue is, like, I set this, even if I do out his monster, it doesn't really matter if I do out his monster, because it's all I can really do is just out. Again, I can just out his monster. That's it. It doesn't really go anywhere. I can just out his monster. He's gonna summon the Basil Trice, and he's gonna link summon into the link 3. I need link 3 with 2 monsters. Probably some effect on there, whatever. But he's gonna, oh, he can use the equip spells. I think that's what it is. Yeah, if this card's an equip with an Evil Eye card, he can destroy one of our cards. There goes that. Nothing we can do, and then he's gonna gain. I think his deck is just a little too constructed for us right now. Like, even though we can return stuff, even though we have Cubic Seed, I think that he's gonna outgrind us because he just has better cards right now. Oh, this is every single turn. Yeah, this is pretty much over. There's nothing I can do. His deck is just a little too constructed. Our deck isn't quite there yet. We can't beat a control deck that special summons that much. We don't have the capacity to do that yet. All right, so we just won the coin flip again. We again get essentially 2 going second cards. We won the coin flip. Actually, we lost the coin flip. He's playing Kashtira. This is not going to be winnable. What is up with today, dude? Like, what is up with these decks we're playing against? This is kind of outrageous. Like, I swear to you, like, how the hell is platinum easier than gold? Like, can anybody explain that to me? We were in platinum playing against like Predaplants, Self TK, and then we get to gold and we're playing against like fully constructed, somewhat competent decks. Kashtira, Evil Eye. The Fluffle player was not all there, but like, this is kind of crazy what we're playing against in gold. He's gonna some of the Shangri-La. He's going to keep going off here. Our hand's honestly not terrible, so we can actually out some of this stuff here. All right, he's going to mill some cards off the top of it. Yep, we lost Cubic Ascension and we lost Paleozoic Dino. That happens. What can you do? It's going to shut off one of our zones. All right, so it's finally our turn. That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. So I was actually considering scooping, but that's actually a really good draw. Not bad at all. I'm not gonna lie, our hand was looking kind of rough, but that is a pretty damn good draw. So I need to get rid of this because it's a quick effect banish, and then I gotta make things happen afterward. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and back to square one away. We could go with this, but this kind of can help with some stuff later. But I'm probably gonna go with this anyway, the Amazement Thrill Ride. And I'm gonna target this because it has a quick effect banish on anything. And then Fenrir is obviously a frustrating card to deal with, let's be honest here, but as long as I don't attack it, it should be good. Because I'm gonna just I'm gonna normal summon this dude, the Meiteon Time Lord dude, and then hopefully I can shuffle away our opponent's board here. All right, he's gonna do that. He's gonna shut off another zone, which again is like, it sucks that it's that zone, because that's the zone that we could make the Meiteon with. We can put him there, and then we can summon the Iron Dragon, but it's whatever. Yeah, let's summon this out. Summon this way over here. And yeah, I don't want to do the Time Lord dude. So we're going to go to battle, and then we're going to, let me make sure I attack one that doesn't really matter. It doesn't have any protections or anything. Yeah, let's just attack this thing, and then we'll shuffle everything away, hopefully. So we'll take 3,000. I guess he negates our effect anyway. Is that permanently negated? Of course, that's permanently negated. So yeah, there's nothing we can do here. There's nothing I could have done to play around that, because even if I back to square one this dude, it wouldn't change anything, because then he would simply have done the other thing. So we're gonna try to do this now. We're gonna set special summon again. Not that it even I can't even he literally locked out the zone, so there's nothing I can do. Yeah, that just kind of sucks. Oh well, today's been a rough start. All right, we just got back in it. We lost the coin flip, but our hand's looking okay actually. Got the set uppercut, the crackdown, power frame, Trickstar Festival, Dragoodies. If this and if we had a barrier statue here, this would be like a sick hand. He's gonna do the Melfy stuff. If we draw a barrier statue for turn, it's gonna be disgusting. Hopefully we do. If we draw that for turn, oh my god, no, we do Small World, which now he can synchro summon and do all that other stuff. But what is fortunate is that we can, yeah, he's going to max CS. I wasn't going to do anything anyway. All right, so we're going to go Small World here. We'll see if he has an Ash. We're going to reveal this, and we're going to try to get to the barrier statue. So the middle thing that we have to banish has to have something in common with the barrier statues, which I think a level 4, as long as it's a level 4, it should be good. Level 4 machine, wind, different attack points. So this should be good right here. I don't want to get too creative with it, so I'll do this one, and then that should get us to the barrier statue. Yep, that gets us to the barrier statue. If we can normal summon this, we should win. But if he can quick effect do something else right now, we're screwed. He doesn't, so we are going to normal summon that. He can no longer do the Melfy stuff now. And we go to battle phase. So we'll attack over this. I don't know what the face down card is, but he can return that. I'm gonna replay attack and just attack into this. See what that is. That's 2,000 defense. Zany Zebra. Zany Zebra is just a level 2. That's pretty decent, but it's a level 2 beast. That's pretty decent. He's going to use the Melfy to return it to the hand. He can't special summon anything else, so we'll just set this and the super uppercut. So we're good here. We've got power frame, crackdown. We've got some good stuff, and we just end phase, and then go to our opponent's turn. Next turn, we have the festival we have just in case the barrier statue falls, but the barrier statue shouldn't fall because we do have the power frame. That doesn't do anything right now. He summons that, but I don't think he has any fires in his extra deck. Wow, I'm in absolute shock. Oh yeah, Sprite Elf, of course. Now the good thing is we can actually steal Sprite Elf. You can steal Sprite Elf. He's going to go to battle phase. Sprite Elf, is that limited to 1? Okay, so we can power frame and then hope to draw level 4, or we can crack down, or we could just crack down period and then save the power frame for later. So I think that the crack down now is probably better, and then yeah, crack down's better because then we don't have to rely on having to draw level 4 or anything like that. So we'll just take that, and then if he attacks us later, we can just power frame. So now we've got that. That is pretty good. Although that doesn't really help, because I'm definitely not summoning the Sue ship right now. It would be cool if we stole like a Melfy of his or something like that. But again, I'm not going into. Oh, that's the game. We have like a really good record against Melfy. Like I don't know what it is against Melfy. I almost feel bad for them. It's always Melfy. But when somehow against Melfy, we always manage to draw the barrier statue. Always manage to make things happen. Let's go open a pack. All right, we just ranked up. I swear to you, gold is harder than platinum, or at least platinum 5. And we've got 3 legacy packs. Well deserved. All right, so we're in the shop now. We'll get our master pack. Let's see what we get here. I don't care if it glows or not. I just want new stuff. Sunvine Shrine is obviously a Sunvine card. I don't think they even play it. Marincess Basilium. That is a card that we can't use right now. Decent stats in terms of defense, but I don't think we can use it. We do have a Marincess. We have a Marincess Spawn Trap card. We have Marincess Wave, actually. We have the Marincess Link Monster. We have some decent Marincess stuff, so that could be usable one day. Magician of Black Chaos. Okay, as far as Tribute Summon Monster goes, I actually think this is half decent. If it's normal or special summon, we can target a spawn or graveyard, add it to our hand. This is obviously erotic because it's during the end phase. You can only use this once per turn. It's a hard once per turn. If this destroys a monster by battle, banish that opponent's monster. If this face-up card would leave the field, banish it instead. So this card is good for that Chaos deck, obviously, Magician of Chaos. It's a cool monster. It's definitely a cool monster to tribute summon because we have the token generator. I honestly kind of want to play it. I'm not going to lie, I kind of want to play it. I like the card. I've always liked the card. I'm excited about it. Is this generic? This is totally generic. Level 5. Your opponent cannot target face-up warrior monsters for attacks, except this one once per turn. If it be destroyed by battle, it's not destroyed. That's not bad, and it's generic level 5, so we might actually play Sacred Warrior. It's 2 back-to-back card, 3 technically, that are half decent. Another Infernoid to add to the Infernoid pile. Obviously not enough to play. Abyss Actor Funky Comedian is an Abyss Actor card. I don't think we have the right components to play that. Cyber Dragon Nasher is a good card, but I don't think we have enough to play this because we have to discard one other monster, special summon this card from the hand. Actually, that's a free special summon. That's just a free... You know where this is going? This is going in our Chaos deck. This card's normal special summon, target a machine monster, basically like a Cyber Dragon monster, from our graveyard and special summon it, and for the rest of the turn we're locked into machines. But this card is actually not bad for our Chaos deck. This is actually, you can just discard one other monster, special summon this card from your hand, period. So this is definitely going in the Chaos deck. And Bujin Fox, we pull Bujins every single pack. We pull a Bujin, but like, if I got a max rarity full power Bujin deck, I don't think I could get to... I don't think it would help me more than the decks. Honestly, like, if I get a full rarity max power Bujin deck, I still don't think that's enough to get us to, like, master rank. Like, that might actually get us into diamond, but I don't think that'll get us into master rank. But we've been pulling a lot of Bujins, which is kind of like, I gotta sit down and, like, look at all of but the problem is we don't have the X-Seed monsters. So even if we have a lot of main deck Bujins, we don't have the X-Seed monsters to go into. So overall, pull's not bad. We have Dark Magician of Chaos, Sacred Warrior, Cyber Dragon Nasher, and Marincess way down the line, and then another Bujin. So we'll see how that gets us. Not bad. All right, now legacy packs. We have 3 legacy packs. Hopefully we get something cool, useful, interesting. Let's see what we get here. This has to do with equip monsters, destroy all monsters with equip cards. This would be good against a certain deck. What is that deck called? The one that uses all the equip spells. It would be good against it if the equip spells didn't protect them. We've got a Hollow Link Spider is really good with our token card. Wow, that is a fantastic pull. I'm happy about that one. I'm super happy about that. I was literally thinking about that before because we have a bunch of... we have that token generating card, and we make all these tokens and we have nothing to do with the tokens. And this actually does help. And this does actually help with that because we generate tokens and then we can make this. We can turn the tokens into this, and then we can special summon... well, you can use the effect of this to special summon a normal monster, which we're probably not going to do, but we can basically link climb beyond that because now we have a Link Spider. That's crazy because that's literally the only way to get Link Spider. So that's a fantastic pull. I'm not unhappy about that whatsoever. Lone Wolf is a, you know, it's the Chusei, the Mouse Fighter, the Monk Fighter, Master Monk. These cards were never good, unfortunately. And then we've got this card, which is can only be equipped to a warrior, beast warrior, spellcaster. Its attack becomes 0. During the standby phase, inflict 500 the control of the equipped monster. This card could help us win in certain situations, but our opponent essentially has to be playing these 3 decks, which is, I don't know why this pack was glowing. The Link Spider pack should have been glowing. I don't even know why that pack was shining. Wing Beat of a Giant Dragon isn't a terrible card if we had easy access. This is actually pretty cool. We have that one level 5 dragon monster that special summons itself, so we can special summon that and then activate this and essentially heavy storm our opponent, or a lightning storm, or not, what is it, Harpy's Feather Duster. Actually no, all spawn trap cards on the field. It does heavy storm all the spawn trap cards, so it could be cool, but it's a little specific. And then we've got Meteor of Destruction, which is, yeah, inflict 1000 only if the life points are, if our opponent's life points are 3000, more than 3000. So, you know, kind of a iffy card. Link Spider's crazy. Link Spider's a really good pull. All right, we just lost the coin flip, so our opponent's going first. But I just loaded, the only thing I loaded into the deck, I believe into this deck, is the Link Spider, which we finally got to play. Again, it's good with our token generating cards. I think it can be somewhat useful. We also have this for the token generating cards, Defender of the Labrynth, and both of these cards actually work with normal monsters, both Defender of the Labrynth and Link Spider. So I might bring Megalo Smasher back just because it kind of works with the rest of the deck a little bit. So I might replace some cards, like I might replace one of the cards here with Megalo Smasher. I forget his name. The one that's the Evil Swarm I might replace with Megalo Smasher. Just because Megalo Smasher has more uses in our deck now again. But our opponent's going off here in the background. They're playing Ice Jade. They've got the Sword Soul Supreme, which is not easy to out at all. We have not a bad hand. I haven't even been looking at our hand here. We can definitely out this, but it's going to take us a few turns. I can't even really normal summon that because I don't have an out for the Supreme Sovereign Sword Soul dude. I'm trying to see what I can search here. I mean, I guess I can search with Yugioh and do some damage to myself. That'd probably be my best bet, is to do the Yugioh route. Yugioh's not a bad route. Then we've got There Can Only Be One. And I think Ice Jades are all Aquas, if I remember correctly. Can we search this? Actually, it's 0 attack, 0 defense. I think we can actually search this somehow. It's 0 attack, 0 defense. How would we even search this? There's got to be some convoluted path to get to this, because this would actually out this board. So I think we can actually small roll to that. Can we get from this to that? Yeah, I think we can. If we banish a barrier statue, we can get from this to that. But what does this have in common with a barrier statue? Absolutely nothing. Damn, this is actually complicated because we have to do like homemade combos here. I think we might actually have to. Oh, Omni Dragon Brotar we can banish. Okay. So, Mask of Darkness, Omni Dragon Brotar. Oh no, Omni Dragon Brotar, 0 defense, 0 attack. So, damn it. That's not good. How do we get to that? I think we just blew it here. Alright, I think we're good. I can banish either this, the Dragon, or the Tamion. Yeah, the Dragon or the Aluber. If I banish either one of these, I can get to the Meiteon, or whatever his name is. So if I banish that, I should be able to get to Meiteon. So here he is. I'm getting a lot better with Small World. Like at first, Small World was honestly a card that kind of scared me, because I was like, my brain's not big enough to use Small World. But now that I've actually like used it and stuff, I'm like, it's actually getting to the point where it's somewhat usable for us. I can attack. Let me just read this card real quick. All right, so we're gonna go to battle phase, and we take no battle damage involving this card. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. So just to be safe, I'm gonna attack this thing, which this thing protects itself. And it special summons a water from the hand. I should have just attacked this instead, but replay, yeah, it's fine. He just added to the amount of monsters that are going to be, yeah, end of the damage step. They're going to get returned anyway, and he's going to inflict 900 instead of the amount that was going to get inflicted before. So now we're going to set this stuff. We outed his board essentially, which is kind of cool. And I think they are all aquas in the main deck. So as long as he gets to an aqua, we can go to the there can only be one. And then I think we can put ourselves in a pretty decent position here. Next turn, we have a few different options. We can go for barrier statue. Oh, he's playing other stuff too. Again, our hand's not too bad. We can go to either barrier statue or time thief. Yeah, I'm gonna let this stuff slide. He's gonna go with spellcaster here, and then Supe is a fiend, which doesn't really help us. So he can go into a level 6 monster. There's a level 6 tuner. He's gonna go into the fish. Yeah, you can banish a fish from the deck, which is fine by me. I don't want to reveal there can only be one until I absolutely need to. He's going to banish this, paces. All right, he's going to add one Ice Jade spell and trap card. So I'm going to, as soon as he attempts to summon an aqua or a fish, I am going to there can only be one. And the Meiteon, unfortunately, will out himself. So if there was a way we could banish him, not banish him, if we could, there was a way that we could negate him during our opponent's turn, that would be awesome. Or during, I guess we couldn't. We'd have to do some way to negate him. That card's actually good. That field spell's actually quite strong. Yeah, this card's actually kind of good. And be able to add that back. That thing can actually modulate attacks. This thing's actually kind of good. It lets him special summon. But again, if we have there can only be one, it's essentially not going to do anything. So he's going to discard, and that is an activated effect. And now finally we will activate there can only be because this activates discards for cost, and now he's kind of stuck on that. And now he's not going to be able to. It's going to stick in his hand now. And he's essentially stuck with the 2 monsters. You can't go into any more fish. You can't go into any more aquas. He's going to end the main phase. He's going to bat. Why would he attack? I mean, I hope he attacks. I really hope that he attacks. All right, so he's not going to attack. He's going to trick us, fool us. He's going to go to end phase. And unfortunately, our Time Lord is going to out himself. And yeah, it's going to out himself. Even if I click cancel, it's a mandatory effect. And I try to run. He has the standby phase effect of this, but he can't use it because, again, he's locked into what he has on the field. I have back to square one, which doesn't really help anything, so I'm not going to use it. I'm going to special summon this dude. And I'm going to see if he has anything here. Our opponent's going to activate the effect of the Ice Jade card. He's going to make our monster 0, but that's fine because I wasn't going to keep it on board anyway. What's funny is we can actually use this to go into the Link Spider, which is kind of cool. I just realized that if we needed to. I think that's another reason I think I'm going to add the shark. I'm going to add the Megalo Smasher back into the deck. Plus, Megalo Smasher is one of my favorite monsters anyway. So we're going to do this now. Special summon this dude out, which he has a trap underneath. It's just kind of crazy. And I think we're just going to attack over this dude right here. And we're going to leave him under the Aqua Lock. And since this effect doesn't target, we can actually out this without targeting it or inactivating his effect. So we're going to main phase 2. And what we can do is right now we can actually back to square 1, or we can use the Time Thief Redoer to put this on the top of his deck to guarantee that he draws this instead of drawing it out. We could actually do that. But I think that we just leave it on the board and just pass here because this is a really good game state for us. We've got there can only be one, plus we have Time Thief Redoer. So we have Time Thief Redoer with the ability to put a monster or a card on top of his deck, which is kind of cool. So we're gonna just stay with the board state we have right now because it's just a really good board state. We got a monster, which is the Lifeless Leaf Fish. Yeah, this is just a really excellent board state right now for us. This is like our premier, exactly what we want type of situation. So I think we're going to stick to it. He's going to go to battle. He's going to attack into our monster, which I am perfectly cool with. He's going to take some damage because he's trying to get that off the board so that he can summon maybe something else. But even if he does summon something else like this, it doesn't really matter because we have the out to this. We literally have the out to this. He's going to end phase, which is fine by me. We have the Iron Dragon, Tiamaton. We have this. What does this do actually? All right, so this card's actually interesting. It's kind of like a floodgate. While the Ice Jade, I believe the field spells on the field, our monsters can only activate their effects the turn they are summoned. So right now we actually can't activate our effects, but we have back to square 1, which is cool. So we're going to get rid of the Iron Dragon, and we're going to put this on top of his deck, and we'll see if he has a response to this. If he does, it kind of sucks for us, but I guess we'll have to see. The Iron Dragon's cool, but unfortunately, we actually couldn't really use it under the barrier statue, so we put that back, and now we can just normal summon the barrier statue in any zone because we don't have to worry. And this should be game unless he finds a way to special summon something, or he has like a mirror force or something. But as long as he doesn't have that, this should be game. All right, that's the game. I'm actually getting like somewhat decent with the small world. I'm actually really glad we pulled it because it essentially can search in our deck. It literally can search anything at any given time, which is like kind of crazy. That was a solid win right there. We went second, but we still managed to do quite a few things. And this is why I'm playing the deck over the Chaos deck, because like this deck has just so many more options. The Chaos deck isn't bad, but we just don't have enough yet to make it fully playable. All right, so for our rewards, we got no legacy tickets, but we've got this card, which is when it's normal summoned, no trap cards can be activated. Essentially, it can't be judgmented. It can't be torrential tributed. Actually, it might still be able to be judgmented. I actually have to double check. But it can't be torrential tributed for sure. But that card's not really usable, and we got some free gems. All right, Master Pack. Let's see what we get here. Last one really wasn't bad at all. And hopefully this one repeats with cards that are not that bad. We got a super rare lingering inside, and we have another... Wow! Book of Lunar Eclipse is really good. I am like probably instantly playing that. That's good. That's really, really good. That's good against that game that we had against Kashtira. If I had drawn this in that game instead of if I had drawn this in that game instead of the other card that we've been used to put our opponent's cards on the top of the deck, if we drew that instead of that, we would have won that game. So this is actually a crazy pull. Really good. The only issue with this is that sometimes it can be not so great going first with our barrier statue, because if we normal summon barrier statue and we set this card and our opponent just normal summons a monster that's stronger than the barrier statue, we have to, I think this book's target 2 face-up monsters on the field. So I believe it has to target 2. It can't target up to 2. It has to target 2 specifically. So this is kind of good. Number 1 has a discard cost. Number 2, it has to target 2 face-up monsters. Like it must target 2. So there are drawbacks to that card over the other thing. Despian Tragedy is a good card, but obviously we don't have... Despia is one of the most expensive decks. We are not going to pull a Despia deck. This is a Sprite card. We actually have one other Sprite card, which is Sprite Starter, a UR. We don't have any of the rares. We don't have any of the other Sprite cards to use that yet. We've got this card is not terrible if we had more Star Seraphs, but not a terrible card. This is, from what I remember, not the best card, but not the worst card. We can't really play it right now. Witch Doctor of Sparta. That is a crazy name. This card is actually not a bad card, especially against a deck like Kashtira. It's actually half decent against a lot of decks, but 500 damage is not enough to warrant playing that card. This is our second copy of Rock Band Xeno Guitar, which is a really good rock card, but we don't have enough rocks to make that fully playable. And for our other super, we have Rainbow Bridge, which is one of the best cards in the entire Crystal Beast archetype. But we don't have any Crystal Beasts. I can add any Crystal Spawn Trap card from the deck, not once per turn, although we only have one copy anyway. It has a fantastic artwork. Yeah, I don't think that's playable yet. Book of Eclipse is probably the only playable card we've got. Alright, to make a few changes here, I'm putting in Book of Lunar Eclipse, and I'm taking out the Amazement Trap again. I might put it back. You know, it's in, it's out. I might actually take out Synchro Zone, but Synchro Zone is just too crazy, especially with our barrier statue. And we've got the... yeah, we've got yeah, it's just really crazy with our barrier statue. And then I think I'm going to take out the Evil Sworn Salamandra, and I'm going to put the Megalo Smasher back in, which right there we're putting in the Megalo Smasher instead, so that we can search that off of the Soul Eating Oviraptor, and it has more utility with the Defender of the Labyrinth, which works with the tokens that we summon for free off of the Wandering Souls, and it works with the Link Spider. So overall, it just has more synergy with our deck, so I think we're going to play it. Plus, it has 150 more base stat attack. Obviously, the other card has some utility too, because it can banish cards and then attack, which is cool, but I think this is actually quite decent for what it is. So those are the only two changes I believe I'm making. We took out the Amazement card, but we might actually put that back. The Trickstar Engine, so far I've liked it when I've drawn it, but you know, sometimes it conflicts with our deck. Our deck is really slow where it doesn't really matter if we use the Trickstar Engine, but we'll see how this goes. Let's try out this new Book of Lunar Eclipse card. Just won the coin flip. Quite exciting. Our hand is looking really good. We have Cubic Ascension, Shrink, and Barrier Statue. Like, this is a good hand. Solid hand. So as long as our opponent, I don't even care if they should have Maxi. As long as they don't have like Imperm, they should be good. Like, we should be fine. As long as he doesn't have Imperm. So we're going to Shrink, set Cubic Ascension, and just pass here. I used to think this was a quick effect for some reason when we first started playing, but unfortunately it's not. This card has been a card that's lasted in our deck for so long. Yeah, I think this has been here since like literally like the first day There's a few cards that have been here since the first day. Funny enough, actually, Cubic, the Yugioh has been here literally since the first pack on the first day. He's going to battle phase. I'm definitely going to shrink. Target one. Yep, he's going to declare an attack. We're going to activate shrink. Target his monster. It's going to become 650. And bam, just like that. He's playing something with dangers. It can be so many different decks. It can be the knights. It can be a million different things. Now, the problem is we need to draw something else. That's okay. That's okay. That's not good either. We can normal summon this and attack, but I don't think that really benefits us too much. So we're just going to go to battle phase. I mean, I guess we just set it just to have some kind of presence there. And we just pass here. Hopefully it doesn't draw a normal summon that gets over the barrier statue. Unfortunately, the Cubic Ascension can't be activated under barrier statue. He's going to summon that, not special summon another one. He's going to crash. So that tells me he's probably not playing Dark World, although he could still be playing Dark World. So I summon this just in case, just to have some presence. He's going to, okay, so he's going to end phase because obviously he has nothing left. Yugioh, we drew Yugioh, which means this card's just dead. Like, it does nothing because we don't have another one. He doesn't have anything on board, so it doesn't really matter. We could just tribute. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to add back. We could just attack. We can go into the level 7 here. Like I said, yeah, we can go into the level 7. Cubic Ascension does nothing right now. This is a level 2. We don't have any. If we had level 8, it'd be awesome, but we don't. Yeah, we can go into the level 7. That way we have an interruption, which I think I'm going to do. Because again, I don't know what else he has. He has 5 cards in his hand. He's playing Dangers and Tour Guide and stuff like that. So I have to do something here. So I think I'm going to activate this. And I'm going to destroy the mask. And I'm going to special summon this in attack mode. And then I'm going to normal summon the Cubic Seed. And I'm going to synchro summon into the Zeta. Because Zeta's an interruption, so I have to do it. So I'm going to summon out the Zeta. And then if our opponent... Unfortunately, like I said, they don't have anything. But if they did have something, we could use the Parallel Twister sending the Cubic Ascension. And then we can use Cubic Ascension in case we fall down in life points. So now we attack with this and we just pass. So we end on some kind of interruption here. Because otherwise our board would have just been like... Our board would have just been Visa Starfrost. And maybe like a set Cubic Ascension or Cubic Seed. That's fine with me. That is totally fine with me. So hopefully here, that's not a bad draw. That could be game, depending on how this goes. So if this floats, we're kind of screwed. But if it doesn't float, this should be game. So hopefully this is not a card that floats. Okay, that did not float. So he's playing Dark World. All right, he has the ability to respond. He can summon this Diabolica. He has 0 defense though. All right, whatever. He has 0 defense, and it gets banished when it leaves the field. So at least that's good. At least that is good. What can we special? Oh, the Brute Enforcer. Alright, so let's go to battle phase. We'll attack with this. That gets banished when it leaves the field. And then we attack directly with this. And if he summons anything, at least we have the ability to banish. So at least we have that. It sucks. That thing saved his ass. But at least now we know he's playing. He's playing Dark World. So the barrier statue definitely slowed him down for a little bit. Dark World is a deck that can be a little bit finicky sometimes. I'm going to turn on the auto chaining. So he's going to summon this thing. Can I quick effect target a special summon monster in a face-up attack position? Why is that so specific? So I would have banished this, but literally it has to be a face-up in its face-up attack position. But he's going to make a link monster, I imagine, probably Muckraker. And if he makes the Muckraker, we can just banish the Muckraker before, because I don't think the Muckraker has an on-summon effect. It's Cherubini. That does have an on-summon effect, right? Monsters. What does this do? Let's read everything. If this card disintegrate, add a level 8 Fiend monster. I'm going to bet on banishing the Cherubini here. I'm going to bet on that. Cherubini gets you a lot of advantage, so I'm going to try to get rid of the Cherubini. He's going to be able to get a level 8, which I imagine if he's playing Dark World, he probably has a fair amount of Dark level 8 large Fiend monsters. So if he has a way to discard that, we're kind of screwed. But if he doesn't, he doesn't. So, I mean, that's good for us. Okay, so we managed to... that was the right play. That was the smartest play we could have made. So now we're going to activate this effect, return our monster, return his monster to the field. And his monster, I don't think, matters right now. We're not going to use our monster's effect. And we're going to win. Wow, okay, that was a solid, straight up, clean win. That is a clean win. We had solid interruptions. We had everything we needed. Our deck is actually kind of good when it goes first. Its trouble is going second. But like I said, I think I'm gonna if I pull some better cards, I'm definitely considering taking out the super uppercut or the set uppercut, and I'm definitely considering taking out the flip effect monsters, because like they've been good in the past and they can recur traps and they can like they can return monsters to the hand. Like they have good effects, but those are the 3 cards that I'm really considering taking out of our deck. All right, let's crack open this pack. We actually got 3 legacy packs too. So we got 3 legacy packs and then 1 master pack. Let's see what we get here. We've got Super Rush Recklessly. Target a beast. And 1 monster your opponent controls. Destroy the first target and shuffle the second target into the deck. That's pretty good, but we don't have a lot of beasts. And what is that guy fighting? Oh, he's fighting Ryza. That's pretty cool. We just don't really... UA is a UA card, obviously. Let me read it just in case. Yeah, UA monster. Don't have one. Yosenju, we literally already had this. Resonator engine. I don't think we have enough resonator engines. So this card's actually not bad. It lets you target 2 resonators in your graveyard, add a level 4, 1 level 4 monster from your deck to your hand, and return those targets to the deck. We don't have enough resonators. Like, we have some resonators, but we don't have enough. But this card actually lets you search any level 4, including the barrier statue, but we don't have enough resonators. That's actually kind of cool. Dark Eye Nightmare. I think this card is good. If I remember correctly, this card's actually kind of good. Yeah, this card's actually kind of good. Our deck isn't super trap focused, but like this is actually a good card. And like I said, I was talking about taking out those flip effect monsters. I really might take them out and put this instead. This card is actually like kind of good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this card is really kind of good. It works with trap effects. Yeah, you can, and then it can protect itself by banishing a trap from the graveyard. And it has another effect where you can banish 3 traps, and then depending on how many traps you banish, you do different stuff. I actually think we're going to play this card instead of the cards we have. We literally already have this, and this is actually a good card too, but I don't think we have the means to play it. Alright, so this card is like legitimately a good card, but it has to be special summoned by a card effect. So either our own card effects or our opponent's card effect, either our own card effect or its own card effect. So we don't have anything to really summon this with our own card effect. Can't be normal summoner set, which kind of sucks. And then it has, if our card is sent from our opponent's hand or deck to the graveyard, we can special summon this card, which happens quite often, right? Like, how many times today has our opponent activate Foolish Bear? Like, quite a few. But knowing our luck, if we, in-game luck, knowing our dual luck, if our opponent is playing Foolish Burial, it's not going to be during the turn that we have this card. So unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be usable. But I do think this Dark Eye Nightmare is actually kind of a usable card. Let's see what this super rare card is. Zexal Field. Okay, so this card is extremely specific with like XYZ Zexal cards, which we don't really go into. You can add Shining Draw, which we might actually have, I don't remember, but we don't actually Exceed Summon very super consistently. We don't Exceed Summon on turn 1, so I don't think that this card is going to be usable for us at this moment, so I don't think that's going to be usable. But I do think this Dark Eye Nightmare is a usable card. Alright, let's crack open these Master Pack, or the, what are these? Master Tickets, or what are these called again? Legacy Tickets. So we're going to open these up. Trickstar. Wow, that's good. It's actually good. If this card is Link Summon, you can make your opponent draw 1 card. Never mind. If a face-up Trickstar monster this card points to is destroyed by battle card effect, you can inflict 200 damage to your opponent's life points for each card they have in their hand. Wow. That is not that's not the kind of card you want to see. You can summon this with the... Yeah, this card's weird, right? So it lets your opponent draw. So the reason you want your opponent to draw is because Lycoris triggers and then burns your opponent. But we don't have Lycoris. And it has another effect where obviously it's a 1 level 2 or lower Trickstar, which is going to be the tokens. We have the tokens, but again, like the tokens summon us the nice Trickstar monster. One's 2,000 attack. And then if a face-up Trickstar monster you control be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can inflict 200 to your opponents for each card in their hand. Again, like, what are we going to do? Like, trash our monster into our opponent's monster and then inflict, what, like 400 life points? It's, like, this is such a weird... And it's once per turn. Why is this so hard once per turn? This suck-ass effect. I don't understand that card. This looks promising. Alright, so this card's, like, not, like, terrible. We do have a normal Cyberse monster. Actually, it's half the... We have a normal Cyberse monster that I think is like a lot of attack. I think it's like 2800 attack or 2600 attack. I don't remember what it is. So this actually isn't bad. The problem is like, how do we get this out onto the board? We just normal summon this and pass. Like, okay, our opponent's going to read it. Okay, oh, I'm not attacking it. Like, this card is kind of a disaster. It's like kind of try. If I had 1-for-1, I still wouldn't play this because I would 1-for-1 Yugioh. Well, Yugioh is just better than this card. Like, I don't know why I would play this. It's too specific. And then Trickstar Bloom is it's just a disappointing card. Like, it makes our opponent draw. Like, everything about it's a hard once per turn. Crab Turtle. This card's really cool looking, but I am not playing it because I don't have the ritual spell. Perform a Pal Showdown. This card actually isn't bad, but we don't have a lot of face-up spell cards. If we had more pendulums, which this will probably go in our pendulum deck, because pendulums are face-up spell cards. So this actually isn't bad. Yeah, you can book a lot of monsters with this. So it goes into our pendulum deck. I'm going to throw it in there, if I remember, into our pendulum pile. It's actually a half-decent deck, because with pendulums, you always have at least 2 face-up things. And then the League, I think we already have this card and we already don't use it. Yeah, basically select the one face-up normal monster you control and special summon as many as possible with the same name as that target, targeted card. I believe we have 2 Ojama yellows. If we have 2 of this card and 2 Ojama yellows, if we pull a 3rd Ojama yellow, I may actually consider playing it because we actually are pulling. Yeah, then it would actually make some sense because then we can go into that beast monster. We can go in. We have Link Spider now. Like, we have a few different like usable cards that work with the Ojamas, so it might actually be worth it. But like I said, we have 2 Ojama yellows right now. If we add that 3rd, I will play it because again, then we can summon essentially 3 Ojama yellows, and then Link summon and do all kinds of stuff with it. This can be 2 tributes for a normal wind monster. So this can be. No, 2 tributes for a normal wind monster, which we actually do have. We have a card called Wing Weaver, I believe is the normal wind monster that we have, which kind of sucks. Like, who the hell cares if this counts for 2 tributes for that normal wind monster? Its stats aren't bad. I don't know what it is. What is this card? Can somebody explain this to me? It's like a tornado with feathers. It's such a weird looking card. It's a wing beast. I don't know what to do with that. Yeah, so some goofy cards. I'm not gonna look at this lineup right here. What a goofy batch of cards. Like I said, this actually legitimately is not bad. Let me go double check how many Ojamas we have. All right, so just to confirm, we actually do have 2 copies of this, which is cool. And then we have 2 copies of Ojama Yellow, which is literally the card that is on it. And then we also have Ojama Match, and then we also have Armed Dragon level 5. So we have a lot going on here. I'm not gonna lie, this is a lot going on here in the background, and I swear to you, if we get a 3rd Ojama yellow, I swear to you, we are playing that. We are playing whatever the heck we just pulled and this Ojama yellow, because we actually can go into all of the rank 2s, which is cool. We have multiple. We have the Crumble card, this card, the number 45. We have the number 29 Mannequin Cat, and then we also have that other number that we pulled like on episode 1 that we pulled multiple copies of. I forget his name. I don't even know if it's a number monster, but I know it's a beast. We also have 2 super nimble mega hamsters, which can summon the little Ojamas out. And we have this guy that I was talking about, the Ronin raccoon, which we can go into. He summons a token, and then the token's actually quite strong. So we have some cool stuff that we can do with that. It's, again, not really worth playing right now because we don't have all of the needed quantities to actually do it, but that could be cool, and I would definitely replace some of this other stuff. I would definitely replace some of these flip effect cards that we have, like the Mask of Darkness, Mysterious Guard, and a set uppercut. I would definitely replace the 3 of those with that new stuff. Right now, I'm definitely replacing this with something. I don't know what. I'm probably gonna take this dude out because he has not come up whatsoever. He has, like, I don't think I've ever used him. He has not come up. Technically speaking, he's a bounce, but we have not. I would literally replace him with Penguin Soldier if I could, but I don't have Penguin Soldier, so I think I'm gonna replace that. I think I'm going to replace the Mask of Darkness, even though sometimes it actually has come up. I might just leave it for now. I might leave the Mask of Darkness for now, and I'm going to put this new Trap dude. We do play a lot of Trap cards, so he can actually come in handy, because we don't have any recursion anyway, other than Mask of Darkness. We have no recursion. But we can banish our Trap cards out of the graveyard, and it's not the end of the world, so I think I'm going to play that dude for now. And then also, this works pretty well with the Ojamas too. So if we pull one more Ojama yellow, I will actually play... that. And I totally forgot, we also pulled the level 5 Sacred Warrior card, which I don't know, this works in our other deck for sure, but I don't know if this works in our existing deck, because the only way we can really make this is with Vidjam plus Bestial Eluber, or with Resonator plus Mask of Darkness. So that's really the only, it's like Brotar plus Bestial Eluber. It's really the only ways that we can even make this, so it's such a like a specific remote summon. I don't even know if it's really worth summoning for us. It's just incredibly specific. So I don't know if it's worth summoning the Sacred Warrior. I guess it is. We have never summoned the old entity Haster, but I technically could if I just drew Resonator plus Vidjam one of these days. Yeah, I don't know which one. Technically, we haven't summoned this, so we might as well take it out for now and put in the Sacred Warrior and save the deck. Give it a try. Maybe we'll draw it. But this is so far the deck. Like I said, as I pull more cards, if I pull one more Ojama, I'm playing the Ojamas. I swear to you, I'm taking out Mask of Darkness, probably Resonator, and a few other cards in here, and I'm playing the Ojamas. Also, we just pulled this Trickstar card, but it's just, this Bloom card is just not worth playing. Like, it's just, like, technically speaking, I can actually play this in the Chaos deck just to put an extra light monster in the graveyard, but this literally doesn't benefit us in any way. It just wastes an extra deck spot in this particular deck. In this particular deck, it just wastes an extra deck spot, and as far as I know, this doesn't really benefit us in any way, because I mean, I guess it can give us a better option to go for a game, but right now, I don't see this card being too usable. All right, so we just lost a coin flip, and our opponent chose to go first. So our hand is okay. It's half decent. They're playing Sword Soul, and this hand absolutely will not beat Sword Soul, especially if you start with Long Wand and go into Baron de Fleur. It's definitely not beating that. But we'll see what our opponent does. Sometimes your opponent loses for you, and that's usually the best situation for us. All right, our opponent is going to go into the Sovereign dude, which is definitely not losing for us, but I mean, that's better than having to deal with a Barone. I'll tell you that for sure, because this card is definitely a lot easier to deal with than Barone. He does burn and stuff, but I can definitely deal with this better than I can deal with a Barone. He can banish our spawn trap cards, inflict for 1200, but we do have the out in our hand, which is the back to square one. All right, he's going to go into Shishao. He's got Shishao and Sinister. Things are not looking good for us, but I honestly, he didn't go into Barone, so I'm happy. He still has like a huge like resource loop here, obviously, because he's playing Sword Soul. Sword Soul is quite good. So he's going to be able to send, he's going to be able to draw, he's going to be able to search. So he's going to do all that. And this is, he hasn't even used what's her name yet. He's going to have another worm card. He's going to put both the Ashuna engrave and the Vishuddha engrave, which one obviously bounces, the other one special summons a worm. So not in the best situation here. And now he's got Emergence, which can add him the Moi. Alright, our opponent's going to Proto Nemesis. He's going to select Dark. Literally irrelevant, but he can change at any time, and obviously that's very annoying. He's going to banish. She has nothing in graveyard. Obviously this is a rough situation for us. This is a tough board to break. We can do a variety of different things, but we essentially have to out 3 monsters here. So we can out this, and then we can use the Hyper Hammerhead to do something, but again, that's not going to really be super beneficial. We can out this. This is pretty annoying too. So I think I'm going to back to square one, get rid of the Megala Smasher. I'm going to get rid of this card right here, the Grandmaster Shishao. He's going to inflict 1200 life points to us, but it's not the end of the world. Or he could have, but he didn't. We can also get rid of this or this. Either one, it doesn't really matter because we literally have Cubic Ascension to deal with this. But the problem is So this one he called Dark, so I can't special summon Darks. So my goal would be to destroy this. Not to destroy this, but to return this to hand. And then this card is annoying because if I summon the cubic, unfortunately he can banish it. So either way, I'm kind of screwed here. But I think I'm going to go with this for sure. And I think I'm going to go to battle phase. And I'm going to get rid of this dude because he's just a little bit more annoying than the Protoss. Because Protoss can call Dark, but I don't think he's calling Dark based on what he sees in our deck. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to activate the effect to bounce that to the extra deck, and I'm going to set 2 and pass. And hopefully he doesn't call Dark and he just goes straight to the battle phase. Actually, it's until the end of the next turn. So it doesn't really matter because we can't summon Cubic Ascension. We can't use Cubic Ascension regardless. But honestly, that card would have just been better. I don't think we're going to be able to win this duel because again, we can't summon Dark, so we can't summon the Cubic the Yugioh right now. And he's going to be able to full combo here. And as long as he can synchro summon here, we pretty much can win. Alright, so our opponent's going to call Dark for absolutely no reason, despite the fact that we didn't summon any Darks. Yeah, he's going to go Dark, and he's going to leave us with 100 life points. He's absolutely no reason whatsoever to have called Dark. He just happened to call Dark, and Cubic Ascension is totally dead. Because he happened to call Dark, and we happen to draw Oviraptor, which is a Dark. And then our other card is Dark Eye Nightmare, which is also a Dark. And again, there's nothing here that should have told him in his mind that he should have called Dark, but he called Dark anyway. Because of it, we lost. There's nothing. We can't do anything about that board. All right, so we just lost a coin flip, but our opponent made us go first, which is actually more suspicious than anything else. We're gonna just normal summon this, activate effect. Not my choice. I have to activate it. I guess we could actually, funny enough, go into our link plays, but the link plays literally don't mean anything at this moment. Actually, you know what's crazy? You know what's insane? If we had a Megalo Smasher in hand, we could have gone into Link Spider and gotten rid of this token, and then special summon Megalo Smasher and gone into Time Thief Redoer, because this would have changed back to a level 4. That would have been crazy. But unfortunately, we did not. So we're just going to set 2 in these columns. If our opponent summons anything, we have a live Iron Dragon Tiamaton. That's crazy, though. Like, we've had Megalo Smasher a couple of games here where it's been totally unusable, and this duel, it's actually fully usable, but we just didn't. Yeah, unfortunately, it's just we didn't draw it at the right time. I'm actually, now that we have more like token usability, I'm actually considering switching some things around. I actually just realized it's actually a decent combo, right? So you normal summon the Mecha Phantom Beast, link this away, Link Spider, and then go into Megalo Smash. It's actually decent, and then you go into any rank 4 play just right there. You can go Sue Ship, Time Thief, this dude. Actually, technically not this dude because he requires Dark level 4s, but like everything else, so pretty cool. Alright, our opponent seems to be playing some kind of dragon deck. I don't know if it's Blue Eyes or what. Could be any dragon deck. And he is playing Blue Eyes because they always play Blue Eyes now. Which sucks because now he's going to be able to summon Jet. Now he's going up. That's the game. Actually, is that the game? Yeah, it's the game. If he summons Chaos... Source... What's his name? The Chaos dude. The Chaos Max Dragon. That's just game now. Yep, it's the game. So we have a 0 defense monster. He does double piercing. It's over. Nothing we can do. And then we can summon Yugioh. But again, Yugioh also has 0 defense. So that's just... It's over. Alright. We just lost a coin flip again, but our opponent made us go first. Our hand is half going first, half going second, which you can make the argument is quite good because eventually we're going to have a follow-up play. So we're going to set 1 and 2, and we're just going to pass here. Yeah, because these two don't do anything right now for us. But I guess on the crackback, on the follow-up, whatever you want to call it, we do have some plays. Our opponent's going to set 1 monster. Good to see, honestly. Good to see. I think... Since this monster... Oof, but I don't want to do that. I was going to say, because this monster sucked, we can put it back on the top of their deck so they draw it again. Which that play would be smart. With the issue is that we don't have a discard for Paleozoic. But, I mean, I guess it's fine that we don't have a discard for Paleozoic. So we're going to activate, discard this, and then we're going to put this on top of his deck again, because again I want him to draw the same card, because I want him to be stuck in that same loop. So we're just going to attack directly, and we still have both the Threatening Roar and the other thing ready to go. So I'm going to end phase here. Yeah, I'm going to end phase. I'm not going to set the Paleozoic Dinomischus yet, just in case we need it for some other weird reason. Yep, he's going to set probably more than likely the same exact monster. Mask of Darkness is not a usable card right now, so maybe we should go to battle phase and try to attack over what he's got. I don't know what he's got, but we're going to try to attack over it. It's a Hertz, which is going to allow him to search. A Cyber Dragon if he wants to, but Cyber Dragon, he can only search like specifically original Cyber Dragon from the deck, like the OG. So that's fine with me. Main phase 2. I think we set the Mask of Darkness, and we can set the Dinomischus too while we're at it, because this is chainable anyway. The Threatening Roar is chainable, so we're going to be able to, if he does any, like if he Lightning Storms our back row, we can Threatening Roar. Like Barrier Statue's actually kind of, he's going to end phase. Okay, that's fine. Barrier Statue's actually like kind of decent against Cyber Dragon. Super Uppercut. We have a, see, this is what I mean by Mask of Darkness has been kind of like a dead card lately, because when we have, like, I don't know, it's just, we're in these weird situations where it just like becomes a card that's not like totally usable. Like I want to save it, but at the same time I want to do more damage before he draws an out. So it's like, what do I do? Do I just, yeah, I mean, the smart thing to do is just to enter battle and attack, but at the same time I want to do some more damage. So I would rather it have just been a monster with slightly more attack. I wish I had just drawn like a 1700 attack monster, so I could just start doing damage to him. I'm in this weird catch-22 where if I flip summon, I get no value off of it, but if I don't flip summon it, then he's gonna Lightning Storm. Let's see what he chooses: back row or monsters. Attack position monsters. That sucks. That really sucks, because obviously there goes the Barrier Statue. So I guess it's smart that I didn't flip summon the Mask of Darkness. I should have set Super Uppercut. I don't know why I didn't. He's going to summon this by banishing cards out of the graveyard, which is fine. I have a ton of interruptions still. Because if I think I know what he's going to summon. He's going to summon the one that destroys back row, but I think it targets, so we're going to be able to activate whatever we need to. Yeah, he's going to, exactly. This guy is good. He targets back row. He's going to target this, which I'm going to activate to banish it. He's going to target this to cut attack. So I'm just going to activate the Paleozoic Dinomischus. And I'm going to target this. Obviously, I'm going to... yeah, I'm not going to bother with cutting its attack. I mean, although... I mean, I guess I'm losing my card anyway. Might as well cut his attack, right? Might as well. I have no real reason not to. And... we're going to do that. So that's why I left the Super Uppercut in hand. Now I remember. So his card's banished. He's not going to be able to use the other effect. But he's going to be able to do the on-summon stuff. And then next turn we can add back something from the graveyard. Where you draw Dark Resonator. Dark Resonators, whatever. We're going to activate this. Add back this Super Uppercut, because Super Uppercut will allow us to get closer to... yeah, the Super Uppercut will allow us to get closer to the card that we want, which is the Barrier Statue back into rotation. We're going to normal summon the Dark Resonator. You can go into the level 5 here, which is that more damage, 21. Is that actually more damage? No, it's not more damage. Then we're going to go to battle. Yeah, we're going to go directly to battle, attack twice. Our opponent has a card that they can activate, which is a trap card. It's either an Imperm, or it's the... forget what the spawn trap card is for these dudes. So we can actually go into the Sacred Warrior, which is a larger version of... yeah, it's just technically speaking a larger version of the Dark Resonator. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to go directly into that. It's literally Dark Resonator's effect, but like on a bigger monster. So I might as well just go into that. And that way this thing can't... Cyber Dragon literally cannot get over this. So even if he has Cyber Dragon and he attacks and it clashes, our monster won't get destroyed. Then we set set Uppercut. There's a set Uppercut, and then we just pass here. And we have Threatening Roar and set Uppercut. 2 cards with that beast dude on it. And I think we're in a decent spot. And then we have the Paleozoic Dinomischus that comes back. Obviously, this isn't good, right? So we've got Mr. Cyber Dragon, was this Nova? Core. This is Core, I don't even know, I mixed that up. Alright, our opponent's going to Clockwork Knight to turn everything to machines. This card's actually quite good. It's even good it's actually good with barrier statues, believe it or not, this card right here. The Clockwork Knight, it's legitimately a decent card with barrier statues. I'm not going to block this because it's only 2500 attack. I'd rather block at a later situation. It's really not worth blocking right now. So we're going to draw a barrier statue, and that doesn't really help us. Stops him from doing other stuff, but that literally doesn't help us. I think we just summon it and pass here. I mean, that's our best bet. Yeah, this is a card that I would love to pull, actually. It's only a rare, but this is actually a really good card, even for us. And we're just going to pass. Like I said, this just... It's good because it makes all monsters machines, which can be good for a variety of reasons. Because it can, like, disrupt decks randomly. It doesn't disrupt us, but it can disrupt other... Like, Fluenderies, for example, makes everything on the field machine, so it can, like, hurt them in certain ways. But in addition to being able to do that, it can turn everything into machines. It makes all your monsters gain 500, all your machines gain 500, all your opponent's machines lose 500. So it can make our barrier statue 15 and our opponent's monsters, no matter what they normal summon, like 500 less. So this is actually a card I would absolutely love to pull. And then it can add an Earth Machine. If this card's in the graveyard, we can banish it or add an Earth Machine. So this is definitely a card that's like on the wish list. He's going to enter battle phase. I'm going to activate Threatening Roar. And he's going to go back to our turn. Power Frame isn't actually a bad card. It's not a good card either. So the hope here is that he attacks with the Chimera Fortress. Because if he attacks with the Chimera Fortress, we can Power Frame, gain the attack. And if we can out this Clockwork Knight for whatever reason, then we're in a really good shape. Because then we gain whatever attack he has now. Yeah, we gain the attack he has now. And then later... things only get better. Alright, he's going to activate, add another Cyber Dragon card. He should just... I don't know if he plays the trap cards. Like, if he played the Cyber trap card, he would have already, like... That's good that he's attacking with this. Actually perfect. So we're going to activate the Power Frame here. And obviously we attach to that. So the attack will be negated. And then we'll gain the difference. Which should put us at 25. He's going to Forbidden Droplets before... Okay, that's fine. But, I mean, I think we still... We'll see. We'll see how this resolves. He's going to negate our effects. And he's going to cut our attack. And then our card's going to fizzle. Okay, that's fine. He's going to do that. And we're going to activate the Super Uppercut. To set Yugioh, the GOAT. And Yugioh will just block an attack. If he attacks us, then I'm putting our monster in the back row. Because I can't risk it being in the front row because he has Clockwork Knight turning our monster into a machine. And if our monster's a machine, he can just fuse it away. Alright, so I have to activate this. I have no choice. Because again, if I don't, he can contact fuse our monster. This would be actually a kind of a cool pull. The Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon and Clockwork Knight would actually be cool because we already have the Cyber Dragon Naster, which is a totally free summon. Like, discard any card, summon it. So that would be, like, sick. But obviously that requires us to pull, like, 3 totally different cards. Damn, and he's going to be able to use Triple Tactics Talents. Because we summoned... what did we activate? The Yugioh? I think Yugioh's the card we used. He set the Triple Tactics, but, like... We're not going to use monster effects anyway. Candina is kind of whatever. So we're going to use that. We're going to summon the Trickstar token. Well, search the Trickstar token card. Again, the issue with this is I wish we need if we had a Trickstar like Link 3, Link 4, that would be really cool. Like, right, if I had a Trickstar Link 3, that would be really awesome. But the problem is I don't have a Trickstar Link 3. I only have... Yeah, a Trickstar Link 3 or a Trickstar Link 4 would be really cool. But I only have this Trickstar Link 2. We just summon this out. Again, it's just kind of like putting shit on the board. But it doesn't really like benefit us. Because again, his like our attack points are like so much weaker than his. Like yeah, our attack points are weaker right now than his. This, like I said, this Clockwork Knight 1000% is a really, really good card. Especially with the Fortress. Really awesome card. He's going to go directly to battle phase and attack over our Candina. I was hoping that perhaps he would leave that alone. That way we can draw at level 4 and go into Time Thief, and he's going to go into the Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon by using both our monsters. Which obviously you can do that with, because it's a monster in the main monster zone. Alright, our opponent's going to attribute his monster to summon a Cyber Dragon, and then he's going to go into Duality, which will allow him to get to the other Cyber Dragon, the Dark Chimera Tech Fortress, and then he's going to be able to destroy our Yugioh on summon. Yeah, well, if this card's Fusion Summon, which I guess he's not Fusion Summoned, he got cheated out. But he can use the other effect to send stuff to the graveyard. He's got the Duality, he's going to be able to put a card back. And he's going to send 2 to increase the battle phase, but he's already been in battle phase anyway. And this dude's got an interesting Cyber Dragon deck. He's playing Duality, he's playing a lot of cool stuff. Sometimes I don't even know how these people are like taking this long to defeat us. Like, we have a bunch of bullcrap. Like, how did you not... Like, how did they not beat us already? And then he's going to go into Infinity, and Infinity is basically going to wrap this game up. He's going to go into Nova, Infinity, and the duel is pretty much over. Alright, we just lost a coin flip. Our hand is actually quite good, I'm not going to lie. The Trickstar Festival, the Graveyard, token generating thing, Oviraptor, which can help us get to Megalo Smasher. There can only be one. Looks like a pretty good hand, honestly. Our opponent just set 3 in the most ominous way I've ever seen. And that means the Book of Moon is totally useless. So, Apophis is pretty cool. Overall, we've got just a weird combination of things going on here. I think I'm going to... So we have either Oviraptor and then summon something else, or we go into Trickstar Festival and then summon 2 tokens and something else. So, let me just read this to see if this is for the rest of the turn. Yeah, this makes it so you can't summon Trickstar cards the whole turn, before and after, so you can't. This is the only thing you can do is summon Trickstar cards. So we can go into the Trickstar monster and basically just have a 2000 attack monster, or we can go into the Oviraptor and then play with our deck that way. So I think I'm going to just go Trickstar this turn. I don't know what he's playing yet, but I'm just going to go Trickstar because I think it's safe, and we have like multiple trap cards here to play with if we need to. Alright, so we summon the 2 tokens, and now we go into the Crimson Heart. We have a Crimson Heart essentially with Destruction Protection if we need it. And we can set this, but obviously I'm not going to set that. We're just going to go straight to battle phase, and I'm going to attack directly. Again, I still don't know what he's playing. He's got the most ominously set cards. That's perfectly fine with me. This is one of the reasons I always say don't set cards in the... Had to be this deck. Literally my least favorite deck. Now it's like, what do I do? I have no out to this thing. Can't be targeted. Can't be destroyed. If he has set cards in the back row. What's in the back row? You know what's in the back row. I might as well protect my card, because why not protect my card? I have no reason not to protect it. And I guess he still has more activations if he needs them. Yeah, the Book of Eclipse does nothing against him. There Can Only Be One is somewhat good. That's a card he can use, but Oviraptor is 1500 or more attacks, so he actually does nothing against us right now. It's just going to resolve do nothing. And now we're going to continue attacking. That's just... I don't even know what to say. That was just foolish gameplay. We're going to set, and set. Right? Actually, I might save the Book of Eclipse, because I don't even want to discard the Oviraptor. I might just leave it. Honestly, no matter what he activates, I'm gonna hit him with There Can Only Be One, so I'm trying to lock him into something. And then next turn, I'm going into our boy. I'm just gonna leave the Book of Eclipse in hand. I don't think he's gonna be able to summon 2 monsters. Because the second he does anything, I'm going to There Can Only Be One anyway. So if he summons a Fiend, I'm There Can Only Be One. If he activates a Welcome, I'm activating There Can Only Be One. No matter what, I'm going to activate There Can Only Be One. He's going to set a Labrynth card. He's going to discard Ash. So he's officially down to like 1 card. I think I'm going to activate the Graveyard of the Wandering whatever right now, because I don't know what this is, but if it's like Dogmatica or something, I can... That way, if it's a Dogmatic, I have the ability to summon free tokens. He's going to set the Big Welcome, which is the one that special summons. He's going to end phase here. That's fine with me. I'm not going to activate that yet until I need to. I'm going to draw. Crackdown's pretty good. He can check it. It's not anything that he can do anything with. Alright, so from here, I think I'm going to go Soul Eating Oviraptor. Let me just double check this virus. Yeah, this only checks the cards that are drawn. So I can use Soul Eating Oviraptor to search for... Yeah, Soul Eating Oviraptor. We're going to search out the... I think I'm going to go for this dude, yeah, Hammerhead. I think Hammerhead does more for us right now. Add it to our hand, yes. Hammerhead's quite good. And now we can activate the Apophis. Summon the Apophis out. If I go to battle phase right now, or attempt to go to battle phase, he's going to... Because people always tell me, attack first. If I don't go into the Time Thief Redoer, he's going to... I have to go into the Time Thief Redoer because he's going to go into the Labrynth and then special summon the big Labrynth monster, and then I won't be able to get over his monster. So I might as well go into the Time Thief now, so that I can put it back on the top of his deck if I need to, because the Time Thief does not target. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to summon that right here, because I want to leave this link arrow open just in case. So I'm going to do that. Judgment, I did not expect the Judgment. That I did not expect. That sucks. That may have actually finished the game. Actually, it didn't finish the game. It didn't. It might have finished the game. That sucks. Alright, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We shall see. That may have finished the game, but he's going to summon this. Ariana. Bro, this dude does mad weird stuff. Yeah, that's fine. Ariana. This dude has been on some weird stuff, like, since the beginning. Like, I don't even know what to say. We're going to go battle phase. We're going to attack for another 2,000. And... yeah, I'm just, like, in shock right now. I don't know what's going on. This is one of those games where I can almost assure you, if I was sitting on the other side of this, table, it would have been a lot different. So we're going to set the Crackdown and just pass here. And we've also got There Can Only Be One. He has no set card. So even if he can get to the big Welcome monster, we're still good. And even if he does get to the big Welcome Labrynth monster, we have the Hyper Hammerhead. So if we just attack that, bounce it, and then summon, and then attack with the other card, we're good. So right now we're actually in a really good situation. He's very low on life points. That's not good that he set that, because now he has a set card. Obviously that's not good for us. His searches on summon. It adds a Labrynth card from his deck to his hand. Before his end phase, I'm definitely going to activate the effect of the... yeah, before his end phase, I'm going to activate There Can Only Be One, 1,000,000%. Because last time that was a mistake that I made like almost a month ago now. Yeah, he's going to get the Welcome Labrynth. So he's going to set that. Yeah, he's going to end phase here. He doesn't have the field spell, so I'm actually going to be fine with it and go to my turn, because he doesn't have the field spell anyway. Spiral Tough is pretty cool. He stays. I'm going to try to bait out his activations here. Yeah, I'm going to try to bait out his activations. So I'm going to summon the Spiral Tough. I'm going to activate Spiral Tough. If we can summon a monster, it's 2,600 attack. We can basically win this duel. Alright, he's going to activate that. We're going to chain immediately the There Can Only Be One. Because that will, if it's a fiend, he can only summon a non-fiend right now because he controls a fiend, which is good for us. The only concern literally is this last card. I don't know what it is. If it's a big Welcome Labrynth, we lose. But we have Spiral Tough, so we're going to try to go with it right now. So we're going to activate this. We're going to select Trap card because he's playing a Trap deck, and we're going to target this card. So if it's a big Welcome, if it's a Trap card, he's going to, damn it. All right, he's going to target that. We can actually make his thing fizzle, and then we win, right? And the last card is, I already know what the last card is. So if we make this card fizzle using the Book of Moon, we still don't win, actually. Yeah, we still don't win. Even if we use the Book of Moon, because we can book the Spiral Tough, and we can book the Ariana, and then we can't get rid of the Ariana because it's 2,100. So, but then he won't be able to use whatever he sends. I guess we just... no, we have to, because if he sends the... yeah, we have to do this. So the reason we have to do this is if he sends Natis, he can... yeah, if he sends Natis, then he can pop our There Can Only Be One. He's going to use that to bounce a monster. Okay, that's fine. He's going to bounce his own monster, which is going to leave his field absolutely empty-handed. Actually, right now we can crack down this. And then it'll book. Yeah, we'll just crack down this. Because I already know what's in his hand anyway. So we're going to crack down this. We're going to move it, keep it on the field so it doesn't get bounced. The monster will still be booked. Even if it's on our field. I guess it won't. This will resolve. Booking this. Punishment will fizzle. That'll be not a trap card. And now we have an open line for game, right? Or what could he possibly do? Yeah, we have an open line for game. He's going to be able to set a card directly from deck. I don't think it can be activated this turn, though, but he can set it. Continue main phase. Nope, I want to be in the battle phase. I absolutely want to be in the battle phase. I want to attack directly. I want to end this game. That was absolutely chaotic. That was just so much going on there. That was... That was such a disaster. Yeah, we couldn't let him resolve that Dogmatica punishment because then he sends something from the extra deck and then he can pop and then it becomes over. So yeah, that worked out for us. I'm absolutely shocked we won that game. All right, we got 3 legacy tickets. Well deserved. We really need to pull something good for that. That was a nice, fun back and forth game actually. Somewhat fun. I think the best part of that game is that the virus did literally nothing. Like, the virus did absolutely nothing against our deck. I thought that was actually kind of cool. All right, we got a UR. We got a chance at a decent UR. We already have this card. I don't think it's usable for our deck, unfortunately. A Fortune Fairy. I don't even have to say anything. This is for Gaia the Fierce Knight. Not going to happen. We just don't have the cards. Blaze Wing Butterfly is probably the best Gemini monster ever printed, but it's like being the best of the worst. It doesn't really matter. It can summon... What it can do, you can tribute this card, target one Gemini monster in your graveyard, special summon it, and it comes back as a Gemini monster. That's all good, but it has to be a Gemini in order to do that, and we don't have enough Geminis, so not a bad card, but obviously, you know, whatever. We don't have enough Perform Pal monsters to make this usable, but that's actually not bad. So if we normal special summon a Perform Pal monster, we can special summon this card. That's not bad, because if we have other level 4 Perform Pals, we can make an instant... what's his name? An instant Time Thief. Another Fabled card. This card is probably going to be played in our Chaos deck. The issue with this is we can discard a Fabled. We only have one other Fabled, so I don't think it's usable yet. And then we've got another Infinitrack, right? That's cool. Yeah, we got another Infinitrack, so that can go in our machine deck. That's interesting. So let's see what this UR is after that insane win. It's a... I don't even know why that happened. It's a G-Golem. 2+ Earth monsters. Link 3 2+ Earth monsters. All of our tokens are Fire and Dark, which isn't good. I honestly don't think this is actually even usable for us. Alright, so this card is in no way a bad card. All of these effects are good. All of these effects are relevant. We just don't play Earth monsters. That's just... the suckiest part of this deck. Maybe if we had like an Earth Machine deck, I would use this. And then we have another G-Golem card. Actually, I have to look. We pulled some other G-Golem card a long time ago. And perhaps with that G-Golem card and this G-Golem card, we can make something work. But this actually isn't like a bad pull whatsoever. But it's just very Earth relevant. Like, it's very Earth. It's not a bad card. It's just very Earth relevant. It's very Earth / Cyberse relevant. But like, look at this. Like, co-linked monsters you control are unaffected by the monster effects activated on your opponent's side of the field. Right? That's good. All monsters your opponent controls must attack this card. 2800 attack. Okay, not bad. You can discard a Cyberse, draw one card. We actually do play one Cyberse. I mean, we can play more technically. If this co-linked card is destroyed, you can negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent controls. All of them. And then we can trigger that ourselves. Right? We can destroy our own card. So we can use like... what's his name? The card that destroys and special summons himself. We can use him. Destroy this, negate all of our opponent's cards, and then attack. Like, there's some cool effects on this card. I just don't really know if I have a way to summon this quite yet, but I'm gonna deeply examine what's going on. All right, let's open these legacy tickets. Oddly enough, I'm hoping for an Ojama. I never thought I'd say that. I'm hoping for an Ojama yellow. Mega Rock Dragon is not a bad card. I think you can even OTK your opponent with this, but we don't have enough rocks. Fiend's Hand's a cool looking card, but unfortunately we don't have this isn't a popularity contest, so we can't really do anything with that. Chosen One, if I remember correctly, is not good. This card is so terrible. You reveal 3 cards in your hand, your opponent picks one randomly, and if they pick the monster card, then it gets special summoned. If he picks the smaller trap cards, they just get sent to the graveyard along with the monster. It's just terrible. This is our second copy of this. It's not usable. Well, it's usable, but it's not like the best card. It's an Earth. It's an Earth for a G Golem. Another rock card from the structure deck from 3 million years ago. And Sleeping Lion, a level 4 little card. It's not going to work for us. It's a tournament pack card. These pulls were not good. Alright, so we're in the deck building area. Unfortunately, the G Golem, we actually did pull the other G Golem, which is this G Golem. It's 2 Earth monsters. We also pulled this G Golem Invalid Dolmen, which again I said is a good card, but it requires 2 Earth monsters. Not tough to make because it can even include like Earth tokens. So if we pulled like Scapegoats, for example, this would be a card that we can, you know, activate Scapegoats. Next turn we get to summon this dude. We can even go into this guy followed by this guy, which could be kind of cool. The issue is, again, we just don't have the Earth monsters. We have the Link Spider to convert an Earth monster into a non-Earth monster, and we have the Defender of the Labrynth. So if we have a couple of tokens, like 3 tokens, for example, we can go into this, followed by this. Yeah, we can go into this, and then this, and then go into this. So we can do that. We have a nice little route there. This requires 2 Earth monsters, which again is, you know, it's a little rough. So yeah, this isn't like, it's an odd situation. Again, it's 2+ Earth monsters, and then in terms of Earth monsters in our deck, right? So if you look at our deck, this is an Earth, this is an Earth, and that's about it. We only have 2 main deck Earth monsters. We have the Hyper Hammerhead and this Antilian guy. So we have 2 main deck Earths, and then we have things that summon tokens, but the tokens are specific to things. So like these tokens have to summon Trick Stars essentially, and our other token generator, which is actually, this I think is a token. Yeah, it's an Earth. But if I'm summoning this, I'm summoning Time Thief Redoer. I'm sorry. This plus Time Thief Redoer is just too crazy. So we have things that summon Earth monsters, but I don't think that they're... And then this thing summons Earth too. And this can actually change something into an Earth. So it's like a weird thing where like we could summon it. But honestly, if I pulled Scapegoat 1,000,000%, no questions asked, I am playing this card. But as of right now, like as good as this card is, in my mind right now, just from what I'm looking at, I don't think I can actually... run these 2 cards yet, but I think it's something cool to think about in the future. Maybe you guys have like some idea of what to do with it, but as of right now, I don't really know what to do with it, but it is without a doubt a good card. All right, we just won the coin flip, and no, we lost the coin flip and our opponent made us go first, which is probably more concerning than losing the coin flip and being forced to go second, because now who knows what they could be playing. So we're gonna, I think we're just gonna normal summon this, and there can only be one, and we're just going to pass here. I think that should be good enough for us. Not a bad hand at all. It's just we didn't get any protection for the barrier statue. We just kind of got some weird stuff here. I might convert some of our monsters to normal monsters, perhaps. And convert some of our monsters to... He's playing Dark Lord, which is... Barrier Statues are a good matchup against Dark Lords, because they have a lot of high-level monsters. They do have some monsters that are lower level, like the... what is it called? Like the little girls, I forget what they are. Like the level 4 girls, I forget which ones they are. But they do have some lower level monsters, but they have a lot of like bricky high-level monsters. So that actually could be a decent situation. Yeah, like this. This is the little girl I was talking about. But he can't use the on-summon effect of her. No, it's the other one has the on-summon effect, the left-sided wing. So I guess he can just kind of attack over us right now. But at least we saved... Oh, he's just going to end phase. He has actually a 0 attack. I just realized. It's 0 attack, 1600 defense. He should have drawn the other one, but I mean, I guess it's not his fault. Power frame's pretty damn good. This is looking like it can go in a serious direction here. This is not going to help us, so I think we're just going to Megalo Smasher because it's just more attack. So we're going to go to battle phase. I'm going to attack with... What if he has Dark Honest? Well, he has 0 attack anyway, so our attack would be the same. So I'm just going to attack that, and then set power frame main phase 2 and pass. Nothing left to do. Just set it there and end our turn. Yeah, like I haven't used Suship in so long. Like, Suship's a good card, but like oftentimes when I have the barrier statue, I'm not trying to go into Suship. Because he just... I'm not giving up the barrier statue for a Suship. Like, it's not happening. He's going to Raigeki. That'll do it. That'll do it. Now, the fortunate thing is, although he Raigeki'd us and we lost our barrier statue, we do have There Can Only Be One. He's playing a deck full of fairies, so... this can still work out for us. And of course, like I said, Dark Lords is a very bricky deck, especially if you try to play it pure. and you don't mix the... If you don't mix the... What are they called? The branded fusion with it. The branded engine with it. Then it can be a very bricky deck to play. So we're going to go ahead and summon the Paladin of the Cursed Dragon. Zombie World would be kind of crazy too. This card with Zombie World would be kind of nuts. Unfortunately, we don't have the Zombie World quite yet. So we're just going to attack directly with that. Even if it would be cool if he had hand traps too. But again, we have nothing that he could have possibly... He probably does have hand traps in his hand. If we're being honest, he probably is. That's probably the cards that are like or that he's allowed to chain. He probably has Max C, Ash Blossom. He has Imperm. None of that stuff matters because our deck is full of things that don't matter. That's kind of like the underappreciated benefit of our deck, is that hand traps don't really do anything against us. So sometimes they have cards that don't matter to us. So it's like actually kind of cool. Yep, he's going to end phase, and I believe that could be game. Yeah, that's game. If these attacks go through, that is game. That's the Time Lord. I guess we just saved that for the crackback, if anything. But we're going to normal summon Gaga Magician, and I believe that is game. If we attack now. Yeah, we're going to attack now. And if he destroys something or prevents an attack, we can just... Yeah, we can go into Time Thief main phase 2 if we need to. If for some reason this attack gets prevented. He's going to be able to take control of one face-up monster until the end phase. That sucks for us. Nothing we can do about that. Literally nothing we can do. He's going to take that. Replay. Nope. No replay. Oh, I should have replayed. Why didn't I replay? I could have used Unbreakable Spirit. Why'd I click that so quickly? That sucks. We literally had the game there. Main phase 2. Nothing we could do. Just end phase. Damn it. Why didn't I replay? I should have replayed Unbreakable Spirit and I would have just won the game. Whatever. I guess we move on with our lives. Nothing we can do about that. I mean, we still have There Can Only Be One, so. But knowing him, he's about to draw Harpy's Feather Duster, and then we just lose the duel. Aluber, which is good. Like I said, he should be playing this. We literally had the out. He's gonna activate that. That's fine. He can go into other stuff, which sucks for us, but pay half your life points, which you really shouldn't be doing. Special summon 2 Dark Lord monsters from your graveyard in defense position. Absolutely not. We're going to activate There Can Only Be One. So now his card fizzles. We shouldn't even be doing this right now because obviously we should have already won. He's going to be able to summon, I believe, Masquerade he can go into. Because he can still fusion summon into Masquerade. But we have the Time Lord dude, which is more than enough to win. And our life points are full. So Masquerade usually is a pretty good card, but our life points are completely full. He's the one who, if we summon Masquerade, he loses. So now he's going to attack over one thing. We have too much control in this game right now. We have too much going on. We have the Power Frame. There Can Only Be One. I think I am going to Power Frame, and not that I even need to, but I think I'm going to. I'm going to go ahead and Power Frame and negate that attack. And Masquerade can summon itself back if he goes into the... If I go into the extra deck, which I'm not going to go into the extra deck. So now we go into the Empowered Warrior. Yeah, we do that. We can go into this. Yeah, I think I'm going to go into this. That way we have less monsters. So if he does that stealing card again, if he uses that stealing card again, we have Time Thief Redoer, and then we have just more powerful monsters. So this time we won't lose to being idiots. Oh shoot! Why'd I even do that? I just made it so you can bring back the. This has just been, it's getting late. So that's gonna crash, and now he can bring this back if he wants to. And then we're just gonna stall out the duel another turn. He's gonna be able to negate our effects. Is it until the end phase or permanently? Until the end phase. He's going to summon it in attack mode. So we're just going to attack that. I don't know why he summoned it in attack mode. Maybe he just didn't want to do this anymore. He's going to summon the Masquerade, but it literally doesn't matter because I'm already attacking this. I'm not changing to anything else. Nope. Yes. Attack for game. And that's it. Yeah, I don't know why I do that sometimes. Sometimes I'll misplay. And I'll know the right play, but I'll misplay anyway. I'll just a misplay, and then a tenth of a second later, I'm like, oh shoot! It's actually kind of annoying that I do that. All right, so we got to goal 2. And we got one legacy pack. All right, so we'll open this master pack. Honestly, that was actually a clean win too. It was a solid win. It was a deck that is significantly better than our deck, but we managed to get away with it. Goki Jet Ogre requires 2 Goki cards. We have a decent amount of Goki cards, but I don't think this is going to be usable. Yeah, this is a good in-archetype Goki card, but we don't have enough Goki cards to make it usable. This is a for hire card, which we don't have other for hire, so we can't really use it. Dogmatica Encounter. This card's not horrific, but we don't have Dogmatica or Fallen on Valabaz right now, so we really can't use it. This is actually pretty good because I believe, number 1, it's an Earth. Number 2, it's a tuner. Number 3, it has an effect where if it inflicts damage to our opponent, we get to discard a random card from our opponent. So that's all good. And if I remember correctly, a long time ago, I specifically mentioned if we pulled Arabellum, there was a X-Saber Synchro Monster that we could use. I remember saying that a long time ago. And I think we just got the card that would allow us to use it. And now we got this Express Train, which we can use in our machine deck because this has decent stats and it's an Earth, and the XYZ monster gains 800 attack. Wow, I've been pulling some good stuff. Mystic Swordsman level 4, if I remember correctly, is a decent card. Never mind, it needs to be summoned with Mystic Swordsman, the other one, because it can't be normal summoned, but it can be normal set. So this card's honestly not that good, so unfortunately I'm not going to be using that. That is a really good card. That's just going to be played in our deck. That's a really good card. Wow, today's pulls have been... This pack's pulls have been pretty good so far. And then our super rare is another copy of Dark World Dealings. We have 2 Dark World... We have a playset almost of Dark World Dealings. 2 Dark World Dealings. So Forbidden Chalice, Dark World Dealings, and Arabellum. This goes straight into the Chaos deck, which I can... Just gotten a lot better today, actually. So this goes straight into the Chaos deck. This is playable in our deck. This is straight up a good playable card. And then we got Arabellum. Like, wow, really good cards. Let's go. All right, let's open this up. This is going to be the last pack of the episode because it is actually getting really late. Let's see what we pull here. We've got Jane, the Lightsworn dude. We've been pulling a decent amount of Lightsworns too. I think we have 3 Lightsworns, and we have the Lightsworn draw card, if I remember correctly. But I don't think that's enough to warrant playing Lightsworns, but perhaps we can maybe play Lightsworns in that Chaos deck. I really got to look through things and perhaps make that Chaos deck play, because I really want to play it. It is fun. Like, don't get me wrong, it's fun. But it's just a matter of whether we have enough Chaos cards to play it. And then Horse Sea Tail. This card is not really that great, so I'm not going to be playing it. But overall, these last few pulls have been fantastic. Let's go, just before we end the episode, let's go look at what's going on in our deck there. Let's go see what's going on here. So in terms of what we pulled, I got to find space for stuff. I'm going to play Arabellum for sure. And I'm going to play the Forbidden Chalice. And I'm going to take out maybe this little engine here with the Mask of Darkness. And perhaps the Super Uppercut or Set Uppercut. I might take that stuff out and replace those. As those seem like they would work really well together. And like I said, I want to play this Golem, G-Golem stuff. If I can find a way to play it, I would. But let's check the X-Saber. So the X-Sabers, we've got this dude. Yep, I was right. When this card is Synchro Summoned, you can select and destroy 3 spell and trap cards on the field. That is actually quite good. So this guy is a level 3, and it requires another level 3. Unfortunately, we don't have another level 3. But he is... something. Yeah, we don't have other level 3s. That's the issue. So we're going to have to play around with our minds here a little bit. But that's actually not bad. And we have other X-Saber cards too. I just realized. So we have this guy. He's a level 4. But Arabellum's actually good. He's a level 3 tuner. And he can help us make, at the very least, the level 7. And he can help us make the level 5 with nothing. Because we cut the level 2. So actually, this is probably... the level 5's probably on a chopping block too. Because we don't have a lot of ways to summon him other than a Luber. So there's a lot of changes. Let me know if you guys know what changes I should make. Because there's a lot of changes that I definitely want to make to this deck. And then definitely on the flip side, we also have the save. Let's change that. And then the Chaos deck is another one I really need to really sit down. Like I said, I tested it, and there's a lot of cool stuff and a lot of cool synergies, but we definitely need to make a lot of changes here, too. Like, some of the stuff we pulled, even today, is usable. Like, a lot of stuff we pulled today is usable. Like I said, Magician of Black Chaos we pulled. Some of this other stuff, another Dark World Dealings, definitely now that's at 2. We can definitely use that. And any of these other discard cards, oh, Book of Lunar Eclipse, we can definitely use because it's a discard card. But yeah, we have to definitely this if we can. Not actually, there's 2 copies, but definitely we have to look through this deck and make it a little more consistent. Maybe cut some stuff like Motor Frenzy and some of the bigger cards. But let me know what you guys think I should do here. I'm going to save this for now, and thank you for watching.
La 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 la.